Guys, so now this is a continuation of me changing the headlights on my Infiniti Q50, so let's jump into it. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. I don't know how happy I am that I'm about to change out this clapped up headlight. I don't think I told you about the backstory behind it, but anyways, I ended up doing the process of sanding it down and everything, but I used aircraft stripper because when I clear coated it, I oversprayed and it started dripping down. And of course, that's not how you got to do the headlight. You pretty much gonna have to sand it after that. So I tried to use aircraft strip or paint remover to remove it, and of course it destroyed the headlight. And I said, you know what? Might as well make it a DIY project and change out the headlight lenses. Now I'm gonna put a video link below of where you can order these headlight lenses. About I think $60, $70, $80 delivered to your house, and then you can do this work yourself. So I'm gonna do this the best way I can to make this a DIY so that you guys can do it from point A to point B to point C, from start to finish, so that you can do this on your own. I want you guys to feel comfortable enough to do this on your own. So I have had videos on how to take off the front bumper, but I don't like to take the whole bumper off. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. It's usually best to take it all off, but we'll do it the little easier way. Plus, you see my car is still clapped up, Q50. So anyways, I already have this off. You're gonna have two clips on both sides, plastic clips here, and then 3 clips here. You're gonna move that up, out of the way. Then you're gonna have about 1 or 2 more clips here, or yeah, we might have 1 or 2 more clips here. Once again, I already had that stuff off. You're gonna remove all those clips. Now we're gonna have 2 bolts to the top that clips over to here and here. There's a 10mm bolt right here, and I'll show you guys how to take it off. Take off that one, and then there's one right here. Take off that other 10mm, and I'll show you exactly how to put it. All right, quickly do it from over here. 10mm. Just like that. Try not to lose the 10mm, because if you lose this, you know, you're never gonna find it again. That joke is always true, and it's always gonna stay true. Now, when you pull this out, pull it out in the same orientation. It's gonna say right hand side and left hand side on it. Right hand side, left hand side. Make sure you do that. So take that same piece with the same orientation and just put it over there so you know how to put it back. Same orientation. And do the same thing here. Don't just pull this out. You actually have to push it down a little bit and then pull it out, because you see that little piece right there? It clips in under there. Some of you guys might pull it out and break it off. That's what keeps it in there, so it doesn't have a huge gap. Same thing here, push down and, well, I'm doing it on camera. Push down and pull out. Now that takes care of the whole top part, all right? Now next we're gonna go to both corners here, and we're gonna go here. You're gonna need to turn the car left and right so you can get the most amount of space, and we're gonna remove the 10mm bolts on both sides of the car. All right, now you're gonna have certain clips and everything that's in here, right? Man, this splash car does actually look like it's new. They must have replaced it. You're gonna have clips here that you're gonna have to unclip, and of course I don't have anything to unclip the clips on me right now because I didn't leave the house with it, and my car doesn't have enough space. But you could use the same flat thing and remove the clips. This is the funniest thing. Let me put my gloves on real quick. Yeah, so this is the part when you usually want to have your gloves out, because you're going to get dirty depending on if you're on the street. Like me, I work on the street. You want to pull this splash guard out as much as you can. Pull it fully out. I also got another clip here to take off. It's in a way. Alright, so then next, now this splash guard should be able to come out. Should be able. I know I had a clip in there pretty good. Alright. Should really have brung a flathead with me. Now that you pull it out the way, let me show you guys. There should be a 10mm bolt right there. That one right there. Take it off, that rusty one. I know. Just be careful how you take it out, because you might strip it on the plastic thing to hold it in place, but just remove that, and then that will allow us to, and go do it on the same other side too. Now, this is, once you take that off, you can actually pull it out. Be careful how you pull it, you don't want to damage it, but pull out, see? And when you have good clips, none of this stuff is broken. You can just start pulling it out. See? Pulls it right out, right? And then remember, I also changed out my fog light, guys. If you want to change out your fog light, you can do that too, because it's pretty much accessible from right here. Now, I want you guys to do the same trick on this side, and then we'll be able to have access to both headlights. Now that I'm pulling that out, once again, this should allow you to pull it all the way out. Now, if you wanted to change your grill now, you actually could if you really wanted to. There are going to be some pieces that may fall. I started removing some of these guides and stuff, these little pieces. They just channel the air towards the radiator. Somebody's going to say, you don't leave that. That's how it's supposed to be engineered. Okay. That's how I feel about your opinion. So anyways, yeah, man, I did damage some of this too. Because remember, I don't know if I showed you guys a video with the hood issue. Yeah, I stripped some of this main part here. So I think I have extractors in the house, but I'm not going to take care of that today. But I still got one bolt there holding on for its life. The next thing you guys are going to have to remove is also these 10mm bolts for the headlight. There's one here, and there was one here, but it's also a broken piece right there. I'm going to fix that in this video, but yes, you're supposed to be another 10mm bolt here. And to the side, there'll be a 10mm bolt right there. The top one, not both of them, just the top one right there. That one, not the one at the bottom. And there's going to be one to the front. That's going to be under here. I might still have to end up taking off the whole bumper to get to that. Probably will. You know what? Let me take off the whole bumper. So, because I'm not going to be able to get to it. So what you have to do next is you have to take off all the 10mm bolts under the car. There's on the under tray. There's a bunch of 10mm bolts. Take them all off, and then that allows us to take off the whole front bumper at one time. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Give me a couple minutes. All right, so I took off most of the 10mm bolts here, and it allows me to push the bumper and out those clips all the way forward. So now I should be able to get better access. It's still up there. There's still a couple of bolts that's in, but now this gives me a little bit more access to the places I need to get. Like, there's a bolt over here that I need to get to. It's posted. Is it behind this horn? I think it's behind this horn. Oh man, this is gonna be kind of tough to get to. Yeah, it's supposed to be that bolt right there. Damn, I can't even show you guys. Let me see if I can turn on the light. See, I can turn on the light. There's a bolt right there. You see that bolt that's shining? Right there, that one right there. That first one, right above the horn. I gotta take off that bolt. It looks rusty as hell. And then, oops, oh man, that thing broke off the clips. I gotta figure that out. I'll take care of that a little later. Hopefully it didn't damage it. I think it just popped it out. And then this one should be something very similar too. Should be right there. No, not by the washer fluid. It'll be over here. It'll be over here, right there too. That one right there. It's another 10mm bolt. All right, so I took off the 12. It felt like it actually felt like a 11mm, but it was a 10. It was just a little rusty. Took that off. Took this one off. Took that one off. Took this one off, and took off the bolt in here. So this should allow me to pull out the whole headlight somewhere in here. Should. I think I'll figure it out. But also I have to let this go down a little bit. You could just take off that 10mm bolt to allow that to go down and hang, or take it off fully. But yeah, I can't really do it on video, but I'm gonna pull the headlight out. All right, so when you take it off, you also have this one harness here. And I don't have AFS lights, I have regular lights. So it should be one harness. If you have AFS, I think you might have two harnesses. Somebody will correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but just unclip this one harness, and that should be able to get the headlight out, that one harness. Do the same thing on the next side, and other than that, the next part should be me upstairs, baking the headlights and showing you what I'm gonna do next. All right, so now that we're in the house, I want you to set your oven to 270 degrees Fahrenheit, let it preheat there. Then I want you to remove all these Phillips heads, all of them around, even this little bracket piece like right here. Remove this and remove all these little screws. Remove them from both of them. And then we're gonna put, well, depending on the size of your oven, see if you can put both headlight lenses in there at one time, or do one at one time, so that when you open in one or you could try to open both at the same time. It all depends on however you want to do it, how big your oven is. Then we're going to pry it open. So I'm going to just quickly do this. All right, so we got the old headlight out, and now we have access to the headlight. Now, I want to show you guys, these are the replacement lenses that I got. The replacement lenses. You're going to see it and everything, but I ordered it off of, I think it was Amazon, and they got delivered in less than a week, so, or a couple of days. So I'm going to put a link below to these, and yeah. So what we're going to do next now is we want to change over these. Let me flip it. We want to change this over onto the new lens. So we're going to have to remove some screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever screws are available. Not this one. Leave that one alone. And make sure when you also take it apart, unclip this. Because when you take the headlight apart, it is still clipped in with each other. Right? These are your side marker lights. So just don't unbolt that one part, but just these two, and then this is going to allow us to take this out and transfer this onto the new one. Okay, so now you do everything. Okay, so now you do everything in reverse order now. You're going to take the same bezel, screw back in those same screws, put back into the same piece, and then make sure that when you put this lens back on, you clip it back into here, and then you put it back in the oven, right? Because you want it to get hot. You'll put them together, get it back in the oven. You'll take it back out, and we're going to put clamps around it, or clamps around it so we can get a little tighter, get a better seal, and then put it back in the oven again, maybe another 2-3 minutes, just because maybe just to keep it still a little bit warm, because I want it to have the perfect adhesion. Then we'll move on to the second light. Now I took it out the oven. Now we're going to be able to push it in and squeeze it. I also have these little clamps I already had, but you can use any type of clamps or vice grips to get around the edges. Try not to crack the lens, all right? Do that next. All right, so I clamped it back as much as I can again, and I'm going to just put it in the oven one more time just to get it a little bit more tacky, but it fell back in. But some of these parts, I just, I'm super nitpicky about it because the way I had to pry it open, and I didn't reuse any sealer or buy any sealer to reuse. So I'm a little bit iffy on that, but we'll see what we're going to do. All right, so now we're back outside. Pretty much do everything back in reverse order. I'm not going to really run into any issues because nothing really was an issue or problem, but we're going to put this thing back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just like that, we're back, guys. We are back. So this is just a daytime evening photos video, so it's not going to be the clearest, it's not going to be the best, but we did it. We changed the headlights on our Infiniti Q50. So I think this is, I'm definitely going, once again, you can check the link below for the headlights, for the headlight lenses. This definitely, once again, it does not do injustice because, well, obviously it's a nighttime photo. But I also ended up just painting these black. Just painting them black. I don't care. I didn't rewire it to turn off the LED, so some LED might come out. I don't know. It is what it is. And I just slightly painted some of the shroud inside. Just painted it gloss black, like 3 layers, call it a day. I didn't even barely sand it, so it's going to look clapped up. This is supposed to be a clapped up Q50, guys. That's what it's supposed to be. But you can check the link below. I think this is great quality as of now. For the price, for what it is, and what it helped me do. I'm super happy about it. Also, I think to add this part here. Taking apart and putting it back together is a little tedious. You have to take your time with it. You really don't need extra sealant. Well, I'm about to find out anyway, because, I don't know. I'm about to find out. I use a sealant that's already in there. Some people said you could use a sealant that's already in there. Some people add their own sealant after. I'm going to find out. So if it messes up, then I'll end up buying some lights off of another stolen Q50 or something like that. I'm just sorry. They steal so much of these. The parts are cheap, guys. This is like maximum days to me now. But otherwise than that, guys, if you really appreciate it, hit the like button, subscribe button with the bell notification. And listen, guys, y'all know y'all gonna clown me. It's okay. It's okay. I know I didn't do the best quality. It was super last minute. And I just wanted to get it done. I just really want the lenses in. While I was in there, I just let me just spray paint a little couple of other spots. But if I could do this, I would do it over again a little differently. But for what it is right now, I think it turned out pretty well. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boost in Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.